1977 in a quiet part of North London. There was nothing special about the house at number 284. It was small, narrow, government housing, the kind of place where nothing ever makes the news. A single mother lived there with her 4 children. No wealth, no drama, just survival. Until one night, the house answered back. It started after midnight. 2 of the children ran screaming to their mother's room, saying their beds were moving, not shaking, sliding, as if something underneath was pushing them across the floor. Peggy, the mother, assumed it was imagination or stress. She told them to sleep. Then the knocking began. Not from the door, from inside the walls, slow, heavy, deliberate, like knuckles hitting wood from the other side of reality. When the police arrived, they expected hysteria. They got silence, until a chair in the living room began to tremble. No strings, no hands. It dragged itself across the floor nearly 4 feet while everyone watched. The officer would later write, "I cannot explain what I saw. That was the moment the house changed." Over the following weeks, objects began to move on their own. Drawers slid open. Toys launched across rooms. Furniture tipped over violently, but the activity didn't spread evenly. It focused on one child, Janet, 11 years old. She began waking up screaming. Her body would stiffen, twist, lift. Witnesses saw her rise from her bed, completely horizontal, hovering in midair, before being thrown against the wall. Photographs captured her suspended, dress floating, mouth frozen open. Gravity had left her bedroom. Then came the voice. During investigations while recorders were running, Janet's voice disappeared. Something else spoke. Deep, broken, old. It claimed to be a man who had died in the house years earlier. It described his death in detail, where he sat, how he went blind, how his heart failed. Details the family did not know. Details later confirmed. The voice could talk for hours without rest, without damage to her throat. Sometimes it laughed, sometimes it threatened, and sometimes it cried. The entity grew violent. Curtains tightened around Janet's neck while she slept. Matches burst into flame by themselves. A heavy fireplace grate ripped free and flew across the room. More than 30 people witnessed these events firsthand. Police, reporters, researchers, neighbors. This wasn't a single family alone in the dark. And yet no explanation ever stuck. Some incidents were later admitted to be faked. But not all, not the recordings, not the police reports, not the photographs. By 1979, the activity slowed, then stopped. No exorcism, no solution, just silence. Janet survived. But she has said the same thing ever since. It didn't want attention, it wanted control. The house still stands today. Nothing moves, nothing knocks. But if you listen to the recordings, really listen, you don't hear a ghost. You hear something wearing a human voice, and it already knows your name because it learned how to speak by living inside a child.